It's Saturday morning, the day after Allison's first date with Nick. Hope has been dying to hear all the details, so she rushed over to Allison's apartment with coffee and pastries. Now they're sitting on Allison's couch, and Hope is ready to interrogate her best friend about every single moment of the date. Let's listen to their conversation. Bursting through the door.
Okay, I brought coffee and croissants. Now spill everything.
Laughing. Good morning to you too, Hope.
No time for pleasantries. I need details. All the details.
Let me at least sit down first.
Fine. Both sit on couch. Okay, go. How was it?
It was really good.
Really good? That's it? That's all you're giving me?
What do you want me to say?
Everything. From the moment you arrived to the moment you left. I want a minute-by-minute breakdown.
Laughing. You're insane.
I'm invested. Come on, I barely slept last night thinking about it.
You're more nervous about my date than I was.
Because I care. Now tell me, where did he take you?
This Italian place called Bella Vista.
Ooh, fancy. I've heard of that place. It's supposed to be really romantic.
It was nice, cozy, not too fancy, but nice.
Good choice. Points to Nick.
What did you wear? The black dress, the one with the sleeves.
The cute one?
Is there an ugly one in my closet?
Fair point. So you looked amazing. What did he wear?
Dark jeans, button-up shirt. He looked good.
Was he nervous?
So nervous. It was actually really cute.
Aw, how could you tell?
He was talking kind of fast, and he kept fiddling with his napkin.
That's adorable. Were you nervous?
Terrified.
But you seemed so calm when you left.
That was an act. Inside, I was panicking.
About what?
Everything. What if we ran out of things to talk about? What if it was awkward? What if he realized I'm actually boring?
You're not boring.
You have to say that. You're my best friend.
I'd tell you if you were boring. Trust me.
Laughing. Thanks, I think.
So was there awkward silence?
Not really. The conversation just flowed.
Ooh, it flowed. That's a good sign.
We talked about work, hobbies, family, all the normal first date stuff.
But was it interesting or boring normal?
Actually interesting. He's really easy to talk to.
I love that. There's nothing worse than forcing conversation.
Right? With Nick, it didn't feel forced at all.
So what did you learn about him?
He collects vintage board games.
Surprised? Board games? Like Monopoly?
Yeah, he has like 40 of them.
40? That's actually kind of nerdy.
I know, but in a cute way.
Okay, I can see that. What else?
He runs, like a lot. 5 miles several times a week.
Ugh, a runner. I don't trust runners.
Why not?
They have too much energy. It's suspicious.
You're ridiculous.
I'm just saying, but if you like him, I'll tolerate his excessive fitness.
How generous of you.
I try. What else? Does he have pets?
He has a cat named Mr. Whiskers.
Bursting out laughing. Mr. Whiskers?
I had the same reaction.
That's the most ridiculous name ever. I love it.
He said he was going for irony.
Did it work?
Not at all, but it's endearing.
Okay, so he's nerdy, athletic, and has a silly cat. I'm getting a picture here.
What kind of picture?
The good kind. He sounds normal, in a good way.
He is normal, which is refreshing after some of the guys I've dated.
Groaning. Don't remind me about Trevor.
Oh God, Trevor.
What was wrong with him again?
Where do I start? He talked about himself for 3 hours straight.
And you still went on a second date.
I was being optimistic.
You were being delusional.
Probably. But Nick is different.
Different how?
He actually asked me questions about me and listened to the answers.
The bar is literally on the floor.
I know, but that's dating these days.
Sad but true. So he listened. What else?
He was funny, like actually funny, not trying too hard funny.
Examples.
When we were ordering, he made this joke about how we were already making good team decisions.
Okay, that's cute.
And when I told him I overthink everything, he said, "At least you're self-aware." I like him. He sounds smart. He is. We talked about therapy and he was totally cool about it. Wait, you told him you're in therapy on the first date? It came up naturally. Wow, you really were having deep conversations. We were. Is that weird?
No, it's good. It means you're comfortable with him.
I am. Surprisingly comfortable.
That's huge, Allison. You're usually so guarded.
I know, but with him, I didn't feel like I had to be.
Squealing. This is so exciting. Okay, tell me about the food.
We shared bruschetta, then I got mushroom risotto and he got carbonara.
And you shared?
Yeah, we tried each other's dishes.
That's intimate. Sharing food is a big deal.
Is it?
Yes, it shows trust, comfort, willingness to be close.
You're reading way too much into this.
Or I'm reading exactly the right amount. What about dessert?
Tiramisu. We split it.
More sharing. This is excellent.
You're being weird.
I'm being observant. So the food was good?
Amazing. Like really amazing.
And the company?
Smiling. Even better.
Aw, look at you being all smiley and romantic.
Stop it.
Never. This is too cute. Did he pay?
We split it.
Really?
I offered to pay half. He seemed relieved, actually.
Modern dating. I love it.
It felt fair.
Okay, important question. Did he walk you to your car?
He did.
And?
And what?
Did he kiss you?
Blushing. Hope?
That's a yes. Oh my God, he kissed you.
Maybe.
Don't maybe me. Details.
It was just a quick kiss, nothing crazy.
But was it good?
Smiling. Yeah, it was really good.
Squealing again. I'm so happy for you. Was it awkward?
Not at all. It felt natural.
There's that word again, natural.
Because it was. Everything with him feels natural.
That's special, Allison. Don't take that for granted.
I won't. Trust me.
So when are you seeing him again?
Next weekend.
Already? Planned?
We talked about it at dinner.
Confident. I like it. What are you doing?
Going to see a movie.
Classic second date. Which movie?
We haven't decided yet.
Romance? Action? Comedy?
Probably something we can actually talk about after.
Smart. Nothing worse than a bad movie ruining a good date.
Exactly.
Are you nervous about the second date?
A little. What if the first date was a fluke?
It wasn't a fluke. You guys clearly have chemistry.
How can you tell? You weren't there.
I can tell by how you're talking about him. You're all glowy.
Glowy?
Yeah, glowy, happy, excited. It's written all over your face.
Touching face? Is it that obvious?
Completely obvious, but it's cute.
I really like him, Hope.
I can tell, and that's wonderful.
It's also scary.
Why scary?
Because what if it doesn't work out? What if I get hurt?
Allison, that's the risk of dating, of putting yourself out there.
I know, but I've been hurt before.
Trevor doesn't count.
I'm not talking about Trevor.
Softening. I know, but not everyone is like Rex.
I know that too, logically.
But emotionally?
Emotionally, I'm terrified.
That's totally normal, but you can't let fear stop you from something potentially amazing.
You sound like my therapist.
Your therapist is smart. Listen to her. And to me.
Okay.
Nick seems like a good guy. Give him a chance.
I am giving him a chance. That's why I said yes to a second date.
Good. Now, what are you going to wear to the movie?
I have no idea. Something casual?
Casual but cute. Jeans and a nice top.
The blue one?
Perfect. That color looks amazing on you.
Thanks. What if he doesn't like me as much on the second date?
Why wouldn't he?
I don't know. Maybe the first date magic wears off.
Or maybe it gets stronger. Stop catastrophizing.
I can't help it. It's what I do.
I know, but try to enjoy this. You like him, he clearly likes you. Just see where it goes.
You're right.
I usually am.
Laughing. Humble too.
It's one of my best qualities. So, was there awkward silence?
Not really. The conversation just flowed.
Ooh, it flowed. That's a good sign.
We talked about work, hobbies, family, all the normal first date stuff.
But was it interesting or boring normal?
Actually interesting. He's really easy to talk to.
I love that. There's nothing worse than forcing conversation.
Right? With Nick, it didn't feel forced at all.
So, what did you learn about him?
He collects vintage board games.
Surprised? Board games? Like Monopoly?
Yeah, he has like 40 of them.
40? That's actually kind of nerdy.
I know, but in a cute way.
Okay, I can see that. What else?
He runs, like,
Welcome back to Sleep Learn English. Today, Alison is meeting her best friend Hope at their favorite coffee shop. It's a Tuesday morning and both of them look exhausted. Let's listen to their conversation about the struggle of morning routines. Hope. Yawning. Alison, I swear, mornings are trying to kill me. Alison, laughing. You look like you just rolled out of bed. I did, like literally 10 minutes ago. Hope, didn't you have to be here at 9? It's 9:15, that's basically on time. That's literally 15 minutes late. Okay, but here's what happened. My alarm went off at 6:30. 6:30? That's early. I know, I said it early on purpose. I was like, tomorrow morning I'm going to be productive. I'm going to work out, make a healthy breakfast, maybe even meditate. Uh-oh, I know where this is going. So the alarm goes off and I hit snooze just once, I told myself. But it wasn't just once. It was 7 times. 7 times. 7 times. I have a problem, Alison. That's like over an hour of snoozing. I know. Each time the alarm went off, I was like, just 5 more minutes. I just need 5 more minutes. But 5 minutes never feels like enough. Never. It's like the snooze button is a trap. It tricks you into thinking you're getting more rest, but really you're just making yourself more tired. That's actually true. I read somewhere that fragmented sleep is worse than just getting up. Well, nobody told that to my brain at 6:30 in the morning. So when did you actually get up? 7:45. I finally looked at the clock and panicked. That's cutting it close. Cutting it close? Alison, I had 15 minutes to shower, get dressed, do my makeup, and get here. Did you shower? Dry shampoo counts as a shower, right? Laughing. No, definitely not. Well, today it does. I sprayed so much dry shampoo, I probably have a whole can in my hair. I can't even judge you. I've done the same thing so many times. Really? You always seem so put together in the mornings. Are you kidding? I'm a disaster. I just hide it better. How? Lots of concealer, coffee, and pretending I have my life together. That's basically my strategy too. So what's your morning routine like? Well, my alarm goes off at 7. Do you hit snooze? Every single time. How many times? Usually 3 or 4, sometimes 5 if I'm really tired. See, you do it too. I do, and I hate myself for it every time. Same. Like, why do I do this to myself? Why don't I just set my alarm for the time I actually wake up? Because we're optimists. We think tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow morning Hope is definitely going to be more responsible. Tomorrow morning Alison is definitely going to jump out of bed energized and ready. And then tomorrow comes and we're both hitting snooze. Exactly. It's a vicious cycle. So after you finally get up, then what? Then I stumble to the bathroom, brush my teeth, wash my face, try to look human. How long does that take? If I'm rushing, 10 minutes. If I'm taking my time, like 30. 30 minutes just for the bathroom? I have a whole skincare routine. Cleanser, toner, serum, moisturizer, sunscreen. Okay, overachiever. It's called self-care, Hope. It's called I don't have time for that. What do you do then? Splash water on my face, maybe, if I remember. Hope! What? I'm efficient. You're gonna regret that when you're older. Future Hope's problem. Present Hope needs more sleep. Fair point. So what about getting dressed? Oh, that's another nightmare. I stand in front of my closet for like 20 minutes. Why? Because I have nothing to wear. You have a ton of clothes. But nothing works. Everything is wrong. Too formal, too casual, doesn't fit right, makes me look weird. I do the same thing. I try on like 5 outfits before I settle on one. And usually it's just jeans and a sweater. Always the default uniform. Why do we even have other clothes? I ask myself that every morning. This morning, I put on the first thing I grabbed, didn't even look in the mirror. Brave. Or stupid, I'm not sure which. Do I look okay? You look fine. That's not exactly a compliment. You look like you, that's what matters. I look like someone who overslept and panicked. Well, yeah, but in a charming way. Thanks, I think. So what about breakfast? Do you eat in the morning? I try to. It's the most important meal of the day, right? That's what they say. Do you actually believe that? Not really, but I feel guilty if I skip it. What do you usually eat? It depends. If I have time, I make oatmeal with fruit and nuts. Very healthy. Look at you being all nutritious. But that almost never happens. What do you actually eat? Usually a granola bar while running out the door. That's not breakfast, that's a snack. A snack is breakfast if you eat it in the morning. I don't think that's how it works. What do you eat? Nothing. Nothing? I don't have time. I'm too busy hitting snooze 7 times. You need to eat something. I know. That's why I drink coffee. Coffee is not food. It is if you add enough cream and sugar. That's actually kind of true. How much coffee do you drink? Define too much. More than 3 cups? Definitely too much. How much? I don't want to say. Hope? Like 5 cups? Maybe 6? 6 cups of coffee? In my defense, they're small cups. That's still way too much caffeine. I know, but I'm so tired. Without coffee, I can't function. Have you considered sleeping more instead of drinking more coffee? That's crazy talk. I'm serious. You're stuck in a cycle. You don't sleep enough, so you need coffee. The coffee keeps you up at night, so you don't sleep enough. When did you become so wise? I read an article about it while drinking my 3rd cup of coffee. So you're just as bad as me. I never said I wasn't. I'm a hypocrite with good information. The best kind of hypocrite. Do you add sugar to your coffee? A little, not too much. I basically drink coffee-flavored milk and sugar. That's basically a dessert. A delicious, necessary dessert. What time do you go to bed? That's the real problem. How late? Last night? 1:30. 1:30 in the morning? I know. Hope, no wonder you can't wake up. I was watching Netflix. 1 episode turned into 5. The classic trap. And then I was scrolling on my phone. Doing what? TikTok, Instagram, just scrolling, not even looking at anything important. And suddenly it's 1:30. Suddenly it's 1:30, and I'm like, oh no, I have to wake up in 5 hours. Do you at least feel guilty about it? So guilty. I tell myself, tomorrow I'm going to bed at 10 o'clock. But you never do? Never. What about you? When do you sleep? I try for 11. I usually make it by midnight. That's pretty good. Not really. I still feel tired in the morning. I think everyone feels tired in the morning, except those weird morning people. Oh, God, the morning people. They wake up naturally at 5 a.m., all energized and happy? It's unnatural, suspicious even. They're probably lying. Definitely lying. Do you know any actual morning people? My coworker, Jennifer, she comes to work at 7 a.m., already had a workout, made a healthy breakfast, probably meditated. I hate her. You don't even know her. I hate her on principle. How is that even possible? I asked her once, want to know her secret? Is it a secret or is it just go to bed early? It's go to bed early. Ugh, that's so boring. She goes to bed at 9:30 every night. 9:30? That's like sunset. It's actually really late in the evening. But that's when life happens. That's when I watch TV, hang out with friends, do stuff. She does all that earlier in the day. But I'm not awake earlier in the day. Because you go to bed at 1:30. We're back to the cycle. We are. So how do we break it? I have no idea. Do you? I've tried a few things. Like what? I put my phone across the room, so I have to get up to turn off the alarm. Does it work? Sometimes. Other times I just get up, turn it off, and get back in bed.